Hi, today I would like to talk about the C# observer pattern. So I have prepared in advance an application for you and I can share with you. Basically, I would like these text boxes to be observers and they should observe what I type in here, and this is my subject. So for example, if I type in Gore here and if I lose focus, I should have seen Gore here, but I'm not seeing it right now. So I would like to kind of explain how you can get this observer working using C#. So the easy way to do is to look at my observer.class. Basically, I have a class called observer and it implements an iObserver interface, which is a generic, and I'm just going to be using a text. So I have the boilerplate methods here. Observer is the constructor, and basically I take in an input as the text box, and when I get it I store it in my instance object text box. And when the onNext method is called, I basically set the value for the text box to be that. So I have essentially an observer like this. So if you go into my C# code, what I can do is here, let's see, I have written some code to kind of show you what it does. So I got my two observers, observer 1, and I'm feeding it the text box observer 1, which is a text box, and the text box observer 2 as a constructor. And I have a subject called the new subject, and in this subject I'm going to subscribe these observers dynamically, so I can make this method call. So let me just show you what this subject is, and it's pretty straightforward. So what you want to do is have the subject observe from something called the iObservable interface in C#, and that's what I'm doing. The key to note here is that when I call the subject.subscribe method and I get in an observer, I'm going to add it to my private object list, this particular observer that comes in, and I return something called an unsubscriber. And this reason for this is that this is just an iDisposable that gets called when you dispose of the object, and unsubscriber would essentially get it from iDisposable, and this is pretty standard. You can find it in the MSDN, but it's basically dealing with disposing of the object when you unsubscribe. So only other key method you want to note here is that when the subject calls when you call the changed method, because you have something has changed in the subject, you want to go through your list of observers and call the item.onNext, which is essentially this method. And if you go into my here, what I want to do is when my text box loses focus, it lost focus, I need to make sure I call in the method that subject has changed. And when the subject change method gets called in the subject, as you saw before, it's going to when it changes, goes through all the list of observers and it will call the method onNext on the observer. And when the method onNext on the observer is called here, in case it was a text box, it's going to change the value. Alright, so with the changed method I have this now started. So if I type in Gore, and if I lose the focus, you can see both of the observers get the new value. So this is an excellent way to use the C# observer pattern to do push notifications. If you want to know more about these and other videos, you can just go to my website, Gore Associates. And if you get bored, you can watch other videos as well. For example, I have one of these videos called Club Dancing Tip for Guys. Thank you for watching this short screencast, and you have a great day.